My name is Billy Jo Grohol, and I would like to thank you for allowing me to be here with you today to discuss facilitating instructional change for the Anthracite School District. These are our current statistics. As you can see, we have 6,064 students spread across 9 buildings. What we are looking to do is add a 7th elementary school and eliminate the middle school. The reason we're proposing the elimination of the middle school is the $20 million price tag that is attached to it. If we were to update it to make it energy efficient and suitable for the student body that is currently housed there, that's what we're looking at putting out of pocket. So the option that we are looking at is to reopen the former Broad Street Elementary School under the name of Project-Based Learning Elementary School, or PBLES, and that will be a K-6 building. We will move 5th grades back to all of the elementary schools, and all current 6th graders for the 2021-2022 school year would go to PBLES, and that would allow us to close the middle school. So here is what the transition to PBLES would look like. During the 21 to 22 school year, it would be a fully operational kindergarten through 6th grade building. All kindergarten students in the residential area would attend PBLES. Any students who are entering 1st through 5th grade who have not previously been in the Anthracite School District and reside in the residential area would attend PBLES. Students that have been attending other elementary schools would have the option to attend PBLES if it is in their residential area. And finally, any student who currently lives in another residential area who would want to attend PBLES would be able to apply to fill those vacancies, and those vacancies would be filled by lottery. Each consecutive year, that new kindergarten class coming in the residential area would inhabit the building. So next year it would be KN1, and eventually all students residing in the residential area with the option to fill any vacancies from the outside schools. What we're also looking to do is use PBLES as a model so that we can take this platform and present it to the other buildings and bring them in, and eventually have all of our schools using the project-based or problem-based learning model. So we're going to take a look at the mission and the vision of what PBLES is looking for. Our mission is to simply work collaboratively as a communicate to educate the whole child and meet the needs of all children. This is our overarching vision, and we are looking at making that continual progress towards mastery. So students will be receiving feedback as well as traditional grades in order to be able to move them from where they are to the mastery level of the standards for the state. These are some of the things that PBS will do in order to achieve that. And basically the biggest change is going to be that introduction of problem-based or project-based learning into the elementary school curriculum. As a superintendent, I see this as a chance to lead school change. My role will be to guide. I will be a team member serving on the curriculum development and evaluation team. I will be present for professional development and looking for additional professional development opportunities that come about through the supervision of employees, the observation, the walkthroughs, and eventually the evaluation process of our new curriculum and the implementation throughout PBLES. If you take a look at the screen, all of these items were created out of somebody's passion or out of a need or a problem that arose within the real life. And these are the types of activities we want our students to be prepared for, whether it's creating a new notebook that you can download everything into on your phone, or creating the next vaccine that's going to help get us out of global pandemics. The history for the model that we're looking at is based with Google's 20% option, where they encouraged their employees to take 20% of their time to work on their passion projects. This has also been referred to as the Genius Hour within education, where students take the opportunity to explore their own interests and create projects and presentations off of the information that they learn. To support the teacher change, we need to look at curriculum development and evaluation as a team, and that's the teachers, the administrators, involving the community and involving those students. It's also integrating the language arts and math and science and social studies, and taking all of these content areas along with the unified arts of art, music, physical education, library, and creating one curriculum that houses them all. We're not creating extra time, but we do need to be able to show students how they work together in order for them to be able to use them. And that's what really shines in these problem-based learning opportunities. So what we're looking to do is make this a school of choice. We want PBLES to be the school that everybody wants to come to. And from there, taking what we're doing here and pushing it out into the other schools to make the Anthracite School District the school district of choice. What we're going to need to do as a team is review the current curriculum. And this is one of the activities. It's an iceberg activity where the top of the iceberg is the skill that students need to learn, and the bottom of the iceberg are all of the prerequisite skills, so that we make sure when we're developing the curriculum that we have all of the rich activities and we're able to conceptualize a curriculum that brings all of these skills and all of these content areas in together. The documents that we'll be creating, as you can see here, this is a sample for a science document. That would be the physical science and magnetism. You can see science standards, math standards, ELA standards, along with suggested activities that bring in that problem-based and project-based learning. Teachers have many reasons for making instructional design courses, and one of the reasons that we are choosing to implement and focus on problem-based learning and project-based learning is the motivation of students and knowing that cognitive impact that it has, as well as the infusion of 21st century skill and knowledge. Problem-based learning is a way for students to take charge of their own learning. Collaboration is a key. We know that this is something our students are going to need when they go out into the workforce and when they go out into colleges, and to truly make them college and career ready, we need to provide them with these opportunities to be successful now. There are benefits for teachers and students, and there are limitations. The benefits is that students are learning from each other, the teachers are learning from students, and it is a lifelong learning environment. Some of the limitations that we've already discussed, we are going to have some increased professional development time, and group selection within the classroom really needs to be strategic to make sure that you have multiple levels in all of the content areas for students to be able to work together and support each other. The impact of problem-based learning and project-based learning is evidenced in Bloom's taxonomy through those higher level thinking skills like analyzation, problem solving, reasoning, and teaching. It also has an increased motivational factor, and that motivation comes from within. The students are learning about things that they're going to use in the real world. It's exciting and they want to learn. They're asking the questions and they're asking themselves, how do I know what I know and what do I need to know? As I mentioned before, there is that connection between the 21st century skills and development and what students are going to need to be able to do in career and to be college ready with problem-based and project-based learning. That collaboration, that creativity, and problem solving are all built in communicating with one another. And it really highlights the abstractness of the real world, brings it into the classroom, and allows them to explore it in a safe environment where they have their peers and teachers for support. This is an example of a course evaluation cycle, and starting a new school does not mean that we are rewriting all curriculum. We would start with one subject area and focus it and create a similar course evaluation cycle. This is the current course evaluation cycle for Anthracite School District. My proposal for PBLES would be to start with the science and social studies, because we are looking to infuse math and English language arts within the curriculum. And how are we going to know that it's working? Well, here's some methods for review. If we're using the lottery and making this the school of choice, those numbers of students who want to come to PBLES should be increasing. We're looking at using peer coaching for our teachers. And again, hoping that teachers in other buildings will see the benefit and will be looking for the teachers from PBLES to be coaching them. Through classroom observations by myself, by building principals, by their peers, to be able to see the great things that are happening and take it and transfer it into other areas. student presentations to both staff, and hopefully we'll have some great presentations to share with the community really soon. The ultimate being the state standardized assessments and integration of the curriculum, making it more meaningful for those students to be able to perform at higher levels on our standardized assessments. Finally, through surveys, through parents, students, teachers. The format and the model of PBLES is new to all of us. And in the words of Dwayne Pride from NCIS, I'm going to challenge everyone to go learn things, to take what we are doing, take this excitement and use it to build a school that everyone wants to come to. Kind of like the philosophy behind Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Let's build our school. Let's learn things so that we have students wanting to come to Anthracite School District. As you see, these are the final 2 pages, our references. They are also in your note slides. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them at this time. And I thank you once again for allowing me to give you this really brief talk about facilitating instructional change for the Anthracite School District.